Welcome back to DS Trucks. Check it out. We've got a limited F150 2023. And the story behind this is I'm actually getting some work done on my 450. So they loaned me this truck until the work is done. It's only going to take a couple of hours. So I figured why not just take a limited 150 and do a quick review of the truck. So here's a look at the walk around of the truck. This is dark blue. I think it's called blue jean blue. I don't know exactly. But yeah, number one, thank you, Pat Milliken Ford, for loaning me this 150. Very nice truck. Top dog in the 150 world. Let's take a quick look at the back here. This is a 23s. So looking right at the back, there's a little spot. It's what? Why is it closing? What the heck? I didn't tell it to do that. It can close on its own, so that's kind of cool. Why it closed, I'm not exactly sure why. All I know is I did touch this. I don't think that had nothing to do with it. Kind of cool, though, that you can do that. I wonder what all is involved with that mechanism and if any of that can be retrofitted to like my Super Duty or anything. I think it'd be kind of cool is if you kick underneath, if you can do it like that. But because if your hands are full, I'm sure you can do it with your remote. But if your hands are full, you don't have access to your remote. So if you press it once, you got to press it twice. Press it twice and it goes up. Okay. I think it would be kind of cool if you just kind of went like that underneath it, or if that somehow would make it go up if your hands are full. Because if your hands are able to press the button, you could probably lift it anyway. But nonetheless, automatic lifting gate, kind of cool. This truck has your box link. It also has the power boost. Something that Ford has that no other competitor really comes close to is the power boost. We have back here 240. This is a big boy power boost, I think. 7.2 watt big boy plug right there. Got your outlets here. You can turn on your generator mode on your truck. Very, very, very nice setup here. Box lighting. So yeah, I guess it's a little bit easier. Still heavy, but it closes on its own. Let's take a quick look here at the back seat. This truck's got rubber mats. The limited leather, very nice. Back here, you just have heated seats back here. You got your 120 volt outlets, and you have your gray color. It's like they took it right out of an XL truck. It's a little bit different of a shade, but very nice. Let's pop up on underneath the seats. Take a look here. How much storage you get for the guys that maybe don't have one of these. This can lay flat if you want. There's tons of room back here. Tons of storage. Popping into the front, nice interior. I'm sure these are multi-contour seats. I'll try to figure out how to work that. Blue leather. You got your limited center console, where it tells you the VIN number, and this is number 3920. You've got the ability to open this. Big storage here in the center. You can also fold this down and you can open this up and have a workstation. Freaking sweet. I like that. Okay. So let's open that back up. It seems a bit smoother than how they were in the past. Like they were clunky, like the first year, the 21s that had the ability to lower and raise this. That seems a bit smoother. You got your wireless charger in there. Big screen. So yeah, let's go ahead and get in this girl. Take her for a whirl. So big screen. I want to kind of mess around with this and figure out the seats. So I couldn't figure out how to get the multi-contour seats to work, so I'm just gonna drive the truck. But we do have our big infotainment here for you guys that haven't been inside of an F150. Big infotainment, 4-wheel drive selection right here, drive modes. What's really cool about these drive modes and the power boost is you throw this thing in sport mode and it gives you all the power from the electric motor and the gas engine. Kind of throws efficiency away a little bit, but gives you all this power, which is real nice. This truck being a limited, a nicer end truck, it's got the four-wheel drive auto. Four-wheel drive auto is real nice because you can actually turn the vehicle. Pretty cool feature, I think. But let's go ahead and drive the truck. Put it in drive here. Watching for traffic. And I want to say thank you for Pat Milliken. I've been going there now for a number of years for my trucks, and they've always taken care of me. So if you are interested, regardless of where you are in the country, I would recommend reaching out to Pat Milliken, getting in touch with one of their salespeople, and ordering a truck through them. I think they're a great dealership. So truck drives, pretty good. Drives like an F-150. It's a little different though. I don't know if the steering is going to be at all different, if it's going to have more adaptive steering or anything like that, but the steering does seem a little different than like an XLT F-150. One of the things I noticed right away when I got in this truck is the cluster is freaking sweet. So I have the full digital cluster in my 450. If you follow the channel, you know that's what I drive. If you don't follow the channel, then check out the 450 that's on the channel as our main piece. One of the things I noticed is with the Speedo, the graphics are a little bit different than my 450, and it has a big screen as well, but the speed on this truck actually changes with the speed. So on my 450, it jumps speed. If I accelerate rapidly, it'll say like 40, and then it'll just jump to 45, and then it'll jump to 50. On this truck, when you accelerate or decelerate, it seems like at least it just reads you the numbers real fast, and I think that looks a little cooler. I don't know. Maybe it jumps around still, but dang. That thing, it sounds mean when you step on it compared to a XLT version, which my wife drives an XLT Power Boost. I don't believe she has the augmented sound. I think for me, if I were to order one of these, I would want to get the augmented sound because I've had it before, and the augmented sound was a nice feature to have. Hold on one second, I'm getting a call here. So this truck is real nice, but what do you guys think? Is the limited trim worth it, or is it fine just to get an XLT? How much difference in your life does it really make? Like I said, I like certain features like the augmented sound. It's subtle, it sounds real, and your Power Boost is just going to sound very mute compared to how it sounds with the augmented sound. But do you guys think the trim is going to be worth the extra cost? Because this truck on a lease will probably run you freaking a lot of money. Like, it's probably going to run you a couple grand. I'm driving and trying to drive and talk. It's probably going to run you $700 a month on a lease. So does it really matter if you have like an XLT version of this truck? I think we're paying like maybe $400 a month for an XLT version of the same truck, Power Boost and everything, and just don't have all the fancy trim like we have in this truck. So still got your big screen. This is going to be analog instead of full digital. So I guess if you got the money and this is what you want, you do have a better sound system in this. The Bang & Olufsen does make quite a difference. This has a real nice cruise control. You can see the eye detector. I believe that's what this thing is here in the corner, where it can like tell if you are looking at the road or not. But yeah, it's weird how they get you with these trim levels. My wife does not have the four-wheel drive auto on her XLT. That to me that feature should be available on XLT, but it is not. You have to be into at least a Lariat in order to get four-wheel drive auto. So one of the things that's kind of cool about the Drivetrain, since we're on the topic of four-wheel drive auto, is I do believe you can see the power flow. So you can see that right now we're all electric. We have 0 RPMs on our engine, and if I let off the brake, this vehicle will drive for all electric for a little while. Now you can see that the engine fired up here, and we're driving with, I believe, both electric. Let's press 4-wheel drive auto, see if shift. Now you can see that we are driving with the front axle as well as the rear axle. So if we were to, now we're just electric, okay? Now it's all electric. And if we accelerate, any type of acceleration turns on the engine and the front axle. Interesting. So any type of power going down, you can see that the front axle, let's turn here on the middle belt. You can see that the front axle fires. But whenever this truck hits a hairpin turn, it will turn off the front axle as well, in order to make the turn more seamless. So engine fires, all 4 wheels rotate, but this truck is a lot quicker to turn off that front axle compared to the trucks. The F-150s I had in the past would leave your front axle running a lot longer when in 4-wheel drive auto. So everything's firing up, all our axles as we turn. Yeah, it looks like it kept it in 4-wheel. But I mean, how freaking good is the screen at notifying us? So messing with these drive modes, let's put it back in 2-wheel drive. Let's go ahead and put it in eco mode. Normal, slippery. That's one of the cons, I think. When you're going through the drive modes, now we're in fuel economy. I want it to be in fuel economy. When you're shifting through the drive modes on an F-150 or Super Duty, the new ones, they use this knob now, and I find myself accidentally getting the truck into 4-wheel drive high when I don't want to. So we need to switch this over to eco. Okay, now we're in tow haul. So yeah, I've been finding using that knob for me, and I've had these trucks now for a while. I don't love having that knob to shift the truck drive modes, because I oftentimes end up accidentally putting the truck into 4-wheel drive, because as soon as it gets into off-road mode, it wants to go into 4-wheel drive. So especially at a time like this where I'm kind of filming, videotaping, talking, a little bit distracted, but I'm shifting the knob and I'm accidentally throwing it into 4-wheel drive. Kind of annoying. Another cool thing about these new F-150s is you can actually turn on the cameras at any time on the truck. Not the front facing, I don't think. Maybe if you put it in off-road mode, the front facing will turn on, but at any speed, you can turn on the rear camera. This shows the front camera because we're stationary, but with the stationary camera showing, you can open this up and you can see all the different options. You can have an auxiliary camera, forward facing, and once the vehicle's moving, it's going to turn off the front camera and allow you to turn on the back cameras. So pretty cool setup here. But yeah, the fuel economy mode's cool because on the power boost, if you put it in the fuel economy mode, you get a lot longer of stretch of drive with the engine off, and it saves a boatload of fuel for you. Let's hook another left here. So we got the green arrow going for our left. So like right now we're all electric, but I think even at like 40 miles an hour, it'll turn off the engine. So let's go ahead and coast here at 41. Watch what happens with the engine. We got a red light anyway. Engine off. So the engine's gonna be off this entire time that we're driving up to the stop light, and we can maintain our speed at 30, bring it down to a stop. All that is savings in fuel because the engine's off. And there's also regenerative braking as well that is bringing power back into the vehicle. So I would imagine that your brakes are probably going to last a little bit longer with a power boost compared to a standard F-150, but you know, I don't know if that's going to necessarily be the case, but it seems like it will be if it has regenerative braking. My phone is actually down here on a wireless charger. That's what that looks like. Very nice to have. This truck does have the Pro Trailer backup on it. I hear a lot of people don't really even use that feature. So yeah, just the truck drives nice. I mean, I've driven F-150s so many times, and this one's no exception. It's a good driving truck. In my opinion, they're the best driving trucks. They're the most comfortable for me, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm really not able to beat on the truck or anything. I like doing power pulls and stuff, but I will throw it in sport mode for you. But yeah, sport mode. I guess the knob's not too bad once you really get used to it. But yeah, trucks in sport. The screen changes, and this is like one of the most powerful. Sounds good. This is like one of 50 miles an hour, so a little bit over speed limit. Nothing crazy. This is one of the most powerful half-ton trucks that you can get on the market, with the 3.5 EcoBoost and the. I wonder, comment below if you know, because I don't know. Does a Limited have a more powerful engine than a normal F-150? I'm not sure. So very impressed with this F-150. I am going to go ahead and park this, and I'll show you guys the window sticker and all that, so you know what kind of equipment is on this truck. This truck is available for purchase at Bill Brown Ford, which is why I'm not beating on it. I know you don't want to be buying a freaking truck that you saw DS beating on, accelerating, burning rubber, all that stuff, but nonetheless, if you're looking for a limited 150, this one's available at Pat Milliken Ford. I'm gonna go ahead and park. Maybe I'll show some more of the outside. I know I want to at least show that window sticker over there, but anyway, see you guys at the next scene. So here's a look at the window sticker. Let's take a quick look at what is freaking on here. So all the standard equipment and optional equipment. All right, 22-inch polished wheels, 373 rear diff, high payload package, advanced security, active park assist 2.0, multi-contour seat removal. I was looking for the multi-contour seats, and this one is not with that, so it removes that for $300 savings. And this has a heated steering wheel removal as well for $140 less. The MSRP, the base price on this, is $84,000. On this truck, they removed $1,000 worth of equipment, making this a $83,000 truck. So put that in perspective, my F450 was $86,000, and this truck's $83,000. But it's a 150. So limited with a couple items removed. Now I was wondering how to get to the multi-contour seats. No wonder I couldn't find them. They're removed. So pretty slick truck. It's a little bit cheaper. It's probably like the cheapest limited because you've got a couple items removed. The total MSRP is $85,775. So straight up, after all, this thing is like pretty much the same price as my 450. My 450 was $86,000 right there. So anyway, guys, hold on one second. Sorry about that. Got a call. So yeah, pretty interesting to see, an F-150 that costs this much. Is it worth it? Comment below. Let me know. That's up to you guys. I wonder what this is though. What is this? Is this a button? Ah, look at that. So this whole time, I didn't even notice these running boards were power running boards, but there's a button there that you can press to operate them. Pretty slick. I like that. I wonder if I could put these on my 450. Some F-150 running boards. Or let's see. They're long enough so that you can stand on it and get into bed. Pretty cool. But yeah, I just got the call that my 450 is ready. That was who called me. So I guess it's time for me to park this truck and go and pick up mine. See you guys at the next scene. So back here at Pat Milliken Ford, I have to say thank you for loaning me such a nice vehicle just so I could be comfortable while I got my bumper replaced on my F450, because there was just a minor little dent on that truck from transport when I got it. They still delivered me the truck, but told me they would replace the bumper as soon as it came in, and it has came in and is now replaced. But definitely an interesting experience driving this limited 150. It kind of makes me want one of these. Would I really consider trading in my 450 for one of these? I know it'd be a lot cheaper per month. I mean, not unlimited, obviously. I would probably go for an XLT, to be honest, and I'd probably do some stuff to it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and order one. You know, I might as well. It doesn't hurt to put it on order. So maybe I'll go ahead and order one. Not this fancy, but you know, an XLT, a long bed, max tow. Comment below if you would like to see that. I know for the longest time my channel has been focused on F150s, and they've kind of gone away with the addition of all the Super Duties. So I'm going to go ahead and turn in the keys and pick up my 450. See you guys once I do that. And there it is, new bumper on the F450. It was just a very minor little dent here on the truck. Like, you couldn't really tell, but Pat Milliken wanted to make it right. Right there, you can't see it, and the tow hook came scratched. Not a huge deal. All replaced and looking good. But anyway, if you haven't seen this truck already, this is our F450. I'm about to wrap this up, but I figured I'd show you this right now. Considering we just got out of that 150, maybe we can see some differences. Now, even though this 450 is not a limited, I don't know, I kind of like this 450 interior better than that limited F150 interior, with the exception of the gauge cluster. I think the graphics on the 150 were a little better. Let's fire this up. Marginally better now that I'm looking at it. Just this part, I think, on that limited was nicer, but maybe it's not even that big a deal. But I like the little twist of the infotainment that's on this truck. I will say that this painted surface is getting scratched up a little sooner than I would like. It's hard to see, but there's a little scratch there. But and then there's a small micro scratch over there, but that kind of stuff happens. The orientation's a little different here with the phone as it is charging. And then I'm running the...
Like black in their name.
Turn the volume down. I'm running the Android Auto quite extensively. But anyway, since I'm on this side of town, I'm going to go ahead and grab lunch with my buddy, Power Stroke Tech Talk. But anyway, comment below. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video. Over and out.